Welcome back to Megabase-In-A-Book. My name is Nilaus, and this is the maximum zoom level of this base, or the maximum zoom level in the game, just to give you a sense of the size and scale, scope of the base right now. Just if you're looking at your own base and zooming all the way out, then you can see, okay, is it bigger or smaller? What does it look like? We're trying to make it a nice square. Eventually, maybe we'll expand more to the side so it fits more to the screen here. But let's zoom a bit in. As you can see, we've been doing lots of work between sessions. I have some very tired spidertrons because they've been running around here just claiming all this area, and also some other beatrix just setting up the node wall and the robot ports. No, not robot ports, the radars and the power poles, just to get all that into our domain. And that was it was a lot of work. I also finally made the made the part where I'm expanding this 2 tiles out so that we can actually get this here. And now it will then be even 19 tiles. Well, you can say 19 tiles of solar panels on either side of the middle here. That is, well, it's symmetrical, and I know we all like the symmetry whenever possible. That's going to be awesome, right? That's awesome. We can now hopefully start transitioning it completely out of solar, or out of the nuclear power. Anyway, speaking of awesome, I want to thank the patrons who are supporting the channel, because they are absolutely awesome. As you know, they every episode here on this series has a patron sponsor, because I don't do corporate sponsors. I only do patron sponsors, so every episode is sponsored by one of the beautiful, lovely, supportive Templars of the Path. So thank you very much for that, and I hope that it will continue to be possible for me to do these kind of episodes. So thank you. Let's take a look at what we want to do today. And as we're doing this, I think I want to, I didn't know I want to. I want to touch upon a concept or a question that I've been seeing in sort of variations previously in the last couple of episodes. And it really revolves around the silliness, the apparent silliness of having let's take this one, because this is probably the most egregious example. You have an example here of a train of low density structure that only transports 3,200. That's just how much it can carry. And then it goes this short distance to unload. And at the end of the day, the amount of low density structures we are producing is less than 1 belt and less than 1 belt. So just come on, just put 2 belts up here, drag it up there, put it in, be done with it, instead of wasting trains and stations and all that. No, just no. The reason why is because this series is called Megabase-In-A-Book. The part in a book wouldn't work if I was dragging belts left and right, splitting, merging. Then you wouldn't be able to copy paste it and build these things in your own base. For example, when we need to do the space signs, we're going to need more low density structures, so I just stamp down 1 or 2 or 3 or how many I need, and then it's going to be great. If you want to group your base up, you want to use my designs, but you want to have a more clever build, that is definitely feasible. You can do that in a different way, and if I had belted things left and right, you wouldn't be able to use them as modules. This is the output of this entire series. It's not the base, it is the book, the base in a book. It is the book that contains the base, so that you can build it as you see fit in your own base. That's the point, and that's the reason why I do this. It's not going to hurt us. It's going to have a few more trains in the network than we absolutely need, but then again, less belts. So I think it's going to be, from an update perspective, about the same. I don't expect there will be any... Whoop. Oh, I thought that was just... It just looked like there was a gap here. I don't expect that there will be any kind of congestion on this line. There might be like momentary congestion, but there are so few trains going on this here that I don't think it's going to be a source of congestion. But I guess we'll see. And maybe that's going to be with the purple signs. We will see that. Now, we're not going to do purple signs today, unfortunately, but we'll do it soon-ish. What we're going to do is, I noticed that we have a number of things that we haven't really touched upon. And one of them being that while I was expanding, the yellow signs was operational, which is good. And it has been producing a full load of yellow signs that comes in here. I just carelessly cross the tracks again and again, and without a care in the world. They are not coming in here, and yeah. They need to be taken care of. So that is going to be up here. Bring it in. And oops. Here we... Oh, okay. Here we definitely have a problem. We want to... Let's kill that for now. Actually, let's not kill it. Let's keep it like this. But I need to take out my yellow signs up here. We will no longer be making yellow signs. But we will still need to make flying robot frames, because that's our source of robots. So what I need to do is make sure that they do not go from here into the yellow science, but only go into the robot production. There. Also, we can see that what we don't need either is the low density structures. That is here. That one. I know it's kind of a small thing to change, but I think it's worth it being sort of consistent about this. Let's make sure these don't stay in my inventory. For some reason, it's just so nice and relaxing to clean up in Factorio, and it's just not at all relaxing to clean up in real life. Just like this idea of just like meticulously removing belts so that you have this. Also, the blue one is not necessary anymore, so we can also just kill the blue. Oh no, we couldn't. Oops, oops, oops. Yeah. Sometimes when I do this, there will be some random belts on the belts, and that's not great. Here. And I guess we'll just go up here, just claim all of it until we clean the belt out of blue. We don't really need it, do we? Could also just make sure that we only clean one side of the belt. Yeah. There it is. And let's take all of these things out of my inventory. They'll be handy to do for something else later on. There, perfect. Good. And then we can take all of this out. I see that it has already stalled. Do we need that? No, I didn't think so. Might need that. Nope. Don't need that either. We're gonna need these things here. There. We've now decommissioned all yellow signs in this base. That is lovely. And that's this part. Why are we not getting... Ah, man, I really need to make sure that this is... Oops. Yeah, this needs to be automatically trashed. Right, so that is nice and comfortable. This I'll keep on one side because that makes it easier on here. Then we have the next issue, and that's going to be all of this being empty. Is there any easy way for us to do that? No, it's actually just doing this. Let me just do that so we can be done with it. All right, so that got fixed, and we can now let this one go in. And that also means that once we go over here, then I'm just going to make absolutely sure that the one that goes on the other side here is... That's the yellow, and that is the white space signs. Perfect. Right, they are coming in. I accidentally shot this one, and then I was like, why are we not getting a replacement? Well, I guess I know why we're not getting a replacement. There are a few other other tasks to be set out. On top of that, we also... Oh, no. That was actually, yeah, just everything coming in here. And you can see this train station is open, but it is not actually coming in. So we might be in a position, thanks to what we just did, that we're actually consuming more. No, we're not consuming more than we have here. But we are, it's still good. It's still good. But we have now fired this up again. It's looking good. That was one more thing that we really wanted to do. And now the next one, we are going to continue expanding the solar. Oh, right. There's another thing down here. Where's our... Oh, the buildertrons are here. Let's do that. Because I accidentally did this part. And then suddenly they were all over my base. So I didn't like that. It was not a good time. What I'm going to do now is make sure that I have my spidertrons here. They can't exactly not reach, but they can take out that one. And they really want to get in there. But as soon as we get our landfilltrons down here, then we can start filling this area up. And this will be sort of more for building. I don't know exactly what we want to build here. Let's have a look at this. This is good. This is actually... is it empty? It's not quite empty, but it's getting there. I guess there's like way too much here. Oh, this is perfect. This is at 0. Perfect. And yeah, so we've been putting in some effort on emptying this. This is our 58. Okay, how much we got here? 43. So it's still not being consumed fast enough. I was really hoping that by now this one would be retired, because that's what we want to do. So let's go to this location. Oops, that's not correct. And I'll do this instead. I want this location, which isn't going to be very big, by the way, to be our red and green signs. It's just going to be red, green, and green circuits then. So let's jump into a train and build that part. And we should also build our spidertrons to get there. because we're going to be having some work to be done. There, that's not it. Shift V to see where they are. They are here. Get down here. For both of these, no. Here I built the signs top. Here I built the signs bottom. Good thing I'm not trying to be consistent in any way. So let's do it the other way around for this part, just to make sure that we are not at all consistent. What are we? 28. 28. Oh, 28 landfill. That's because these can see the landfill, but they don't do anything at that point. I also want to change these to being somewhere where the spidertron can actually fill up if it wants to. Go out and take that one out. And what I believe is that this should be a super simple one, because with the stuff that we have done, utility signs, chemical signs, logistics signs, automation signs up here. Remember to, when you place it, don't hold shift, just place it. If it doesn't place, then it's a problem. And logistics signs, see it there. Oh, good thing. That one. And then some green signs, green circuits. Go up, plastic, green circuits. That's also a problem there. Just always better to take it out just to make sure, just to be safe. Here, here. That is a lot of work that we need to do, but once this is done, it actually should be there. Except, I don't want this one to actually go out yet. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's the... Come on. You're supposed to protect. You're supposed to protect. Serve and protect. Okay, we just killed 1 million of our own. Well, we'll blame the biters for our self-inflicted casualties. Oh well, I think we might have a little issue with the robots now. Anyway, that was why I felt that was important. But they can just go on happily down here, build stuff. And what about... This one's almost done. So now the next part is actually going to be... Let's scroll. There. Get this one covered. And once that is covered... Oh, wow. I do not have a blueprint with a city block with roboports in. Oh, that's interesting. Like the most simple one I don't have, because that was part of the other blueprint book that is now no longer there. Interesting. Can I guess I have to make another one of those. We could do that and then just take everything related to trains out. That one. It's going to be a marker here, and it's going to be a marker with that one. I don't think I want the lights. I think lights are a distraction. And this is going to be 100 by 100. And then it's going to be no trains, no train fuels. Thank you. Does that look good? I think it actually looks good. Let's see it. It looks good. That will need to be put into this line for sure. That's kind of annoying. And generic unload. Make a base there, and that. So between this and this and this, maybe I want to change these two out. Yeah, let's do that. Reason why I wanted this is that will allow us to actually build up here. Now it's getting ready to expand further out, expand our roboport network like that. All the way further north as well, and that will allow us to build or to reach further in to the water for landfill. Great. Let's continue building this, and we will also get our roboports or our robots in here, but we need to make sure that this is not active. How do we make sure this is not active? Do I want to... Well, yes. I'll do that. That is now disabled, and I'm going to make a little tag up here. Okay, so explanation. Why am I disabling this? I'm disabling this because I want to make sure that this gets emptied first. And since we have 32,000 here plus 53,000, then it's still not quite empty, is it? And since it's not empty, then I need to burn through all of this before I go into the next level, next area. Oh, did that just get done? Okay, you go down there and get the next one. You can then clean up the... I can clean up the residual here. Oh, it's actually already getting started, is it? Oh, it is. Focus on the tracks. Focus on the tracks. Anytime now, focus on the tracks. There. Go over here, focus on the tracks. One more. There. Now that should be able to go back. It is going back now. This is working, and we should be seeing some generic items coming in. I'm going to... Oh, not generic. Let's call it common instead of generic. I think that's better to call it common. Common items. Common products. And this as well. I'm going to go down and help set this up. And by help, I mean particularly focus on this one, which I'm also going to deconstruct or disable. Disable? Yes, not dismantle. Disable. So big red signs that to indicate that they are indeed disabled. And what are we doing now here? That's just continue, continue, continue. And I will take... I think I actually want to take this one out sooner rather than later, because it's kind of... It was kind of a bad experience, this part. The actual part here. Okay, you're not working, and I guess the Spidertron army, the Buildertrons, they are also kind of running out. They've been building 2 entire blocks. That is probably what we can expect for them to do. I do have a lot of things still going on. You have modules and I have modules and beacons. So get over here. Stand here. Be happy. Get work done. They will continue to go. And actually, I don't mind having this one enabled. And I don't mind having this one enabled. Oh, this green is actually not going to be a generic green. Oops. It's going to be a green that is... Well, first I'm going to just do that so it stops requesting things. Then it will be dedicated for green signs and a space. There. The rest are generic resources. Good. Nothing should be coming in here. Yeah. Nothing is coming in because that has to come from dedicated down there. I think we're in a position where neither me nor the roboports have anything remaining to do. Definitely, or need, not roboports, but spidertrons. They are all just pretty much running out of materials. They might still have a bit of a kick left. There's so much resources here for these. They are, this is excellent when you're building Megabase, but it can be, it's probably going to be a bit hard to keep them fed and how much they actually contain. All right, this is basically to see if there's any... Nope, there's not blinking in there. Could be. This has been pretty much done. And that means this is where we can then go back to our new roboport. What are the things that are not working? Oh, we are actually out of roboports. That's interesting. All right. And here comes the first iron coming in for what? For the greens. Perfect. And then I will build a train. Nope, I'm not building trains. I am just allocating trains. So let's take one of these. Allocated. This will go from... Hold on. Hold on, hold on. This one is also a dedicated... There. That's a dedicated location, and it goes to this dedicated location. Sweet. And I'll go up here to allocate one of my trains. The good thing is they will always be next to each other. So that will go... No, they're not. Oh, that's because it's unreachable. It'll go to this one and fill up completely. And then it'll go to the other one and unload completely. When it's done, it's going to be happy. Now, it won't be going anywhere. Why not? Because it doesn't have enough to fill up an entire train. Get the train and then get that here and here. And I think my robots are getting something. Let's go up there and see if we're missing something. All right, and I can get, let's get my own builder train in here. And then we actually should have these things operational. I'm gonna go to get more. It's always the same thing. Always that, and we'll see. It's probably the ones that are most important right now. And I think that everything is now working. I don't think there's anything here that's missing. This is getting in. That's good. The copper is not getting in. That's 7 trains. 7 trains of copper. That does not sound like a lot. How many copper stops do I have? 1, 2, 3. Let's go to our dashboard. That's kind of how we're supposed to see. We have tons of... Hey, science completed. We have tons of copper here. We have 28 copper available. That is insane. And why do we not then get it? Because we don't have trains to do it. That's pretty stupid. How many train stops do we have? There. We have trains with a stop. That's not what I want to see. I want to do that one. Can I then see it from here? No. Then I have to go to the train overview and then go stations. How many copper stations do we have? 12. So how about getting 12 trains for train stops? That seems like a good number, right? These ones are not getting anything. What? Off you go. And that was 7, and that's 9. 8 and 9. Good. These are finally coming in. And up here we are just slowly working on the landfill area. Are we actually out of landfill? No, we're not. We're just lazy when it comes to assigning robots to it, I guess. Yeah. Yep, I guess that's the main point. We have also blocked our own path, so that is not good. Let's head on back and also take the Buildertron back. Let's have a look. They're filling up. They should be. Once we get more copper. I'm just trying. This should be busy. Why is it not busy? Well, because it's also only having 8. And we're going to do the same comparison here. We are going to look at how many trains, how many stations we have for iron. We have, at steel, 12 as well. And we have 521. That's the 12 stations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 stations, but why does it say 21? Is that really the capacity? The limit? That could be the limit. That would be interesting. Huh. What does this mean? 1 is at a station. And 21. That's very, very interesting. Let's see if it matches with my dashboard. It does actually. 29. Wow. So, I mean, I learned something new here. Huh. That number actually counts the sum of the limit. So you can see how many trains are currently heading to that location and out of how many could be, should be. So this is actually also working a bit as like a dashboard, but not as cool, of course. Not as cool as mine, of course. What is that happening? Oh, that's because my spidertrons came back and they are very, very hungry. You might want to get them a bit closer so that they will get there. Did we ever get here? Not really. There was another question of why do I hook up my dedicated green circuits, for example, like dedicated resources into the generic platform here. And I do that, yeah. It could give us a wrong impression, but ultimately it gives us a sense of the overall production of the base. I know that it doesn't exactly these numbers out here will mean less in the future, because that could be a drought on something and a way oversupply on something else, and that wouldn't be evident here. So we're gonna have to rely mostly on this part in the future to make sure that we're good. Let's see, and the copper trains are still not doing so hot. I'm gonna build more trains. 1, 2, but can I still? Off you go, and off you go. So how many trains is that now? Trains. 11 trains, and I'd like to get to 12, so that's okay. 12 trains is much more manageable. The funny thing is how we are just not getting we're just not getting red circuits. How are we not getting red? Oh, well, I think I know why things are not so happy. Huh. Okay, well, I thought I had a plan, but that plan is kind of not really happening. All right, this one again, just keep going here. It's the hardest part about this space. It's just like keep remembering to move this forward. It is really an unfortunate part of this. This is why I prefer doing this, because I can just assign it, and even though they fly for a long time, then I can forget about it. This thing I have to keep moving forward all the time to have any continuous value. Red circuits, red circuits. Oh, we just disbanded all our red circuits, and I have red circuits here, but they are, what are they doing again? They are at what? This is saying destination full. Oh, I think I had disabled this while I was, yes, I was disabling. Okay. I was disabling this while I was emptying the red circuits that was over here. And now that's empty. And then I forgot to enable this. This is why setting an indicator on what you disabled is probably a good idea. I have no idea what else I've disabled. Yeah. Well, I've disabled these two for inputs, at least, but not for the output. So while the other one, this red circuits and red signs and green signs have been disabled for output, but not for input. So you can see input is good. It'll slowly build up. Well, not slowly, but it will build up a big supply here. Very, very big supply very, very quickly. Nothing here yet. Why? Because I don't have 64. I do have 64,000. And the train is coming in. All right, let's monitor this train just to see that the loop is working. Of course it is, but let's make sure. This train will then have a very simple task of going from this location here, the green circuits, up to the green signs. And how often is it going to do it? This is going to be the embarrassing part. Every second it consumes 100. So if we look at it, there are 64,000 divided by 100. Yeah, so every 640 seconds, by 60, every 10, 11 minutes, I'll have a train going from here to there and back again. That's not exactly going to generate a lot of congestion on the network. And I still think it's better than belting it up there, I think. But once this is done, it'll go the other way. We will probably have problems on red circuits for a while now. I do think I have enough red circuits supply. I might not actually. If I'm just thinking about it, I don't think this one red circuit build is enough. It is definitely not enough, by the way. It is definitely not enough. Let's fix that problem immediately. There's no way this is enough. And that's the beauty of this base here. I can just consider it and then decide, send my spidertrons down, and in a while I'll have all of that. What I do need as well is probably getting a few more of these trains. Maybe one more. Two stations? No, it's gonna be so slow. How slow is it? How fast is it producing? It's producing 123 per second. So again, 64,000 divided by 123. 500 seconds does it take to fill up? Yeah, I don't think I want more. I don't think I want more. Then they're gonna be stuck. That's gonna be one for each. this one is working, and it's on 300 something thousand, so that's good. They are first going up here to unload to keep my blue circuit production running, which is running pretty well. They'll probably also be going up here. Yep. And not to that one, obviously. And then later on, unfortunately, they'll have to go back to the main base. And that's the problem right now, that the main base is the one that's furthest away, so it has the least priority. Let's make sure this one gets done, and then we can see that. By the way, see, and again, the problem becomes, have you remembered to follow this one? Yeah. Just go that way. Just go as far as you can that way, and then see how we do. We'd like to get this one, but probably not. And let's see. Here, should I go down there and help? I don't think so, but we also have... Yeah. Yeah, with the amount of blue circuits and modules being produced, although we have constrained this a bit, I guess. Oops. Look at the spidertrons. There. They are so happy. They are just working. Let's start moving it further this way. So they'll be even more happy building the next things. Keep moving. I love having this flurry. It is overkill, but that's the only way to play Factorio. If you want something to just overdo it. There. And this station will then be a generic red circuit build that we're absolutely going to need. And it'll again suck out resources from my base, but that's kind of also the point. Do we not have enough tracks here, or is it just... I don't know. It works. As soon as this one goes in, then we'll see a flurry of trains coming inbound. Go down here. Go here. We still have like one at this location. There we go. That was the first one, the greens. But the green one is coming from just one of these two. How many do we have? Oops. How many do we have here? We have 4 trains for the generic green circuits. I think that's fine. And just to check, is this set to... This should be set to 2. Why do I set it to 2? Well, if I have 4 trains to be split between 2 locations, it's better to make sure that there's 2 on each. In my opinion. There. So that when it's in an idle state, there'll be parked 2 here and 2 there. I think, unless the weirdness comes into effect. And we are in a position here. We still need 1 more copper train, right? 1 more copper train going out. And then we can go. More trains. Fill up the train buffer here. I love that train buffer. Such a good idea. It's one of those things where like, it's not really often that I need to do it. Yeah, but it's also really nice to just be able to send off trains if you are finding out that you are missing 10 trains. Then let's go over on the trains. We are now at 12 of these. Let's look at the equivalent here for the iron part. Since they also have 12 stops. I can't go to the stops just easily there. I have 12 stops. Oh, there we go. 12 stops, but 8 trains. I want 4 more trains of iron trains. Because that just makes sense. Where do we have an iron stop? I have an iron stop here, and I have an iron train there, and I'm going to go out to copy the train. And let's also look at the modules here. We have how many trains? We have 19. Less, but still enough. And obviously this is not coming in. I guess it's coming in now. Yeah, okay, it's coming in. We'll just wait a second to put that out. Obviously, we're not getting any more of the roboports. The roboports are still waiting patiently for this buffer to be filled up. I am now having no lights here. That means they are not requesting any more trains. There are no lights, not requesting any more trains. Here, they still have 2 lights. So with the next 2 loads of red circuits will go up there. Let's make sure that we have everything filled up at this location, and it's working as well, taking the generic or the common plastic, common greens, and common copper going into some common red circuits. And it's of course going to take a while to get 64,000. Still this one, it's at 264,000. So when it is done unloading, these two are done unloading, this is coming back. I will get this one back in soon, right? It just takes forever to unload. Well, not forever, but it does. I like this. This is really good. And let me see. What about our science? Is that ready? This is ready and it has been filled up here. Why are you not ready? That's the whole iron situation here. Waiting at... What are you waiting for? What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we'll cut that out in post, I guess. Oh wow, let me go there and fix that. That was like a massive thing. So we've reached the progressively increasing oh no location, and let's fix that, right? This is what happens when you do too much copy paste. I could also just have done that one. Wow, so what we're seeing here, just like impact wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron trains are now stuck at this location because that one wasn't working. So this is the beauty of Factorio, and one of the best and worst things, definitely one of the best things. Like, one underground belt meant that, and this location didn't work, which meant that I had 6 of my 8 trains for iron that weren't working. That means 75% of iron production or iron distribution in my base wasn't working. That meant everything else was just stopping because iron is kind of an essential part. So adding more iron trains wouldn't do anything, would it? It simply wouldn't do anything because I just didn't have it. Well, of course it would work because I couldn't stack more into this faulty one. But still, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Send them off into the wild. I love that part. Every time something like this happens, it is an absolutely amazing reminder of the fact that the rest of the base does not have any of those small quirks, because otherwise it would have been dealing with the same issue. Here, there's lots of copper trains. That might actually be a bit overdone on the copper trains here. Yeah, that's definitely not want to have 3 copper trains on this location. Ah, maybe that was... Why is this one actually requesting so much? There's something wrong on this one, isn't there? Why do we have 3 trains here? Oh, there we go. That's the one. That's the problem. I love finding these errors. And what did I say about not having any more of those errors? Yeah. There. Go back. So it was actually requesting more input than it could handle. And because of that, it had 3 trains idling. What about this? Here. This one is also surprisingly incorrect. There. 163. 4.8 for all of them. Is that because they're not connected or something? No, 153. Okay, so it is full. I think that's gonna work better. I don't want to make... I want to make sure that it doesn't overfill these. By the way, if I have 2 of those, probably fix the other one as well. There. Definitely don't want to bring trains in here. All right. So let's take stock of the situation. Did we build anything new and exciting and interesting today? Not really, but I've also spent a good amount of time on clearing this one out, and I took that off camera because, well, not really worth it. And we've been moving things around. I also took out the red circuits before here, so that we could move the red signs and green signs in here. Expanded our, let's get them back. I expanded our common red circuit build, and that should. Ah, well, the plastic is coming. It's definitely coming. Definitely coming. Yeah. There we go. That's just one train height, right? Yeah. So that's I'm good with that. Good with that. And what else? Well, we've started expanding up here. That's going to be taking quite a while, and that means now we are in a position where I think we can use this location to start designing some, you guessed it, purple signs. That would be the next thing. But I needed to fix some of these things in this episode. I just had too many things that were like this is not really working. Like the yellow coming back in the base, explain the concept of base in the book, move the red and green signs up there because we might need to extend this one further down. That's what I'm preparing for. And that's going to be what we do in the next episode. So next episode, we'll do the design for the purple signs and see how big and it needs to be. And well, we'll get to that next turn. Cool. I hope you are enjoying it, even though this was sort of an odds and ends episode. Those are going to be there once in a while. So basically when we do a burst of the new design and then we wrap up with or sort of go back and clean up some of the things that definitely need some cleaning up. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next episode. Remember, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you have feedback, comments, questions, leave them in the comment section. And if you, for some reason, are not subscribed to the channel yet, well, consider doing that if you feel like it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.